All right, and we are live. What's going on, my people? Welcome to the Winners Diet Show. I am your host, Max Solomon. Excuse me 1 second. I'm sorry about that. Playback is a motherfucker. Anyway, welcome back, man, to the Winners Diet Show. I'm your host, Max Solomon, aka Project Mac. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. As always, we are right on schedule. Happy Saturday to you guys out there that are watching intently, listening to get this free game. So we appreciate you guys. Even if it's just one person, man, we still salute to you. And we expect many more people along the way. So just stay tuned. But before we get into today's show, man, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and please make sure you comment something down below, whether it be some support, whether it be questions or ideas for a new topic on another show. Just show some love, man. Show the algorithm that we're working, that we're out here doing what we do. All right. So anything is appreciated because we appreciate you guys as well, man. So today, if you guys are tuning in, man, we just started. We got a jam-packed show today. Again, happy Saturday to you guys for tapping in on your Saturday evening. If you guys are feeling good, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. We're always going to stress that you guys hit that like button, man. Show some love to us. It costs nothing to hit the like button. Ninja watchers, we see some of you ninja watchers in here. We appreciate you guys as well, but we still need you guys to hit that like button. So please and thank you, man. Um, Again, man, we got a jam-packed show today. We're obviously reacting to different fitness news, um, things going on in the fitness culture, fitness world, also different articles that we can have teachable moments from. So be on the lookout for that. We have our segments, the fit report, as well as what the fitness coming up. And then the topic, the main event for today, we are talking about how you can count calories and still, or how you cannot count calories and still lose weight. So a lot of you guys are thinking that you can't lose weight without counting calories. So a lot of you guys are getting frustrated. But today I'm giving you guys a solution on how not to count calories while still losing weight, still getting your results. So that will be the main event for today. But before we get into it again, you guys, I'm going to stress this again. Please hit that like button, man. Hit that subscribe button. We appreciate any type of support right now. This is a brand new show, so we're trying to get pushed up the algorithm. So anything counts. We appreciate anything, any type of support. So we're not asking for too much. We're not asking for your social security. We're not asking for your bank account information. We're just asking you guys to hit a measly like button. That's it, man. Nothing more, nothing less. So, but anyway, man, let's get into it. We got a jam-packed show. We're gonna try to go for an hour at the most and then get up out of here so we can enjoy the rest of our Saturday evening. I know some of you guys got debaucherous activities that you're probably gonna engage in. You don't have to tell me, no judgment here. I listen and I don't judge. So, salute to you guys. But anyway, man, let's get straight to it. We are doing our first segment, which is the fit report. And this first article, it talks about how people with this money habit are happier and calmer. So we understand that when you're happy, when you're calmer, when you're less stressed, that leads to a longer life, that leads to a healthier life. So eventually we all want to get there, Some of us have financial issues, some of us have a lot of stress going on in our life. That could really impact that can really take a big impact on your health. So it's important that we get those things situated to the best of our abilities. So let's get into the first article here. So it says here, People with this money habit are happier and calmer no matter how much they make. So it says they say money can't buy happiness, but how you handle it just might. A surprising new study has found that one financial behavior is consistently linked to lower anxiety and greater life satisfaction. The research, published in the aptly named journal Stress and Health, controlled for income, meaning you don't need to make bank in order to enjoy the mental health benefits. It seems that good fiscal management, meaning regularly saving money and paying off your credit cards on time, is a true key to bliss. The findings were based on the data of over 20,000 Australians over the course of 20 years and used the mental health inventory, a scientifically validated screening instrument for anxiety and depression, to calculate results. Interesting. So I mean, I can see how that can make somebody more happier, right? Um if you ask most people, a lot of people really don't need, if you ask them like, hey, how much is enough money for you? The main answer that you're going to get is, man, I just want to be able to pay my bills on time, you know, pay my rent on time, not have to worry about groceries, bills, maybe take a vacation every couple every couple months, and I'm good. Um, very rarely are you gonna hear people say, "Oh man, I need 10 million, I need 50 million." Most people are okay with just having a steady income and having enough saved just so they can live life. And I think that is definitely a key to happiness. And sometimes that doesn't even it doesn't even really have an amount attached. Of course, now of course, you know, the amount matters, right? So if you're making $400,000 living in Bowling Green, Kentucky, then yeah, you're gonna be pretty well off, you know. But if you're making 400 grand, making living in LA or California or New York, um, I mean, you're still pretty well off, but you're not gonna be, things depending on how you live, right? So if you still live below your means, if you still drive a modest car, if you still live in a fairly modest apartment or house, I mean, shit, you can't even buy a house for 400,000 in California. But if your living situation is very modest and you're living below your means, um, you can make it work. You can definitely make it work. I know people making way less than 400 grand that are able to still travel and, do fun stuff, um, because of they have low overhead. And that's one thing I learned just growing up, man. Like, you got to keep your overhead low, especially when you're starting a business, or trying to get into a business. Like, your overhead is gonna is it's do or die for your overhead. So you have to make sure that is as low as possible, because it can really mess with your quality of life when you're stressed out on bills, when you are stressed out on how you're going to pay your rent. That is a dramatic stress, on anybody. So that, yes, that could definitely impact your mental health. It could definitely impact relationships and how social you are. Because I know me, man, when my money is low, I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to be around nobody until I figure out how I can get it back up again. You know what I mean? And that's how I was, especially when I was first starting my business. And I took on a lot of debt at first because I was trying to get it off the ground. Yeah, it definitely played a big role on my mental, because I was like, damn, how am I gonna pay this shit back? Um, but you have to have a plan. And at that point, I didn't really I thought I had a plan, but I really didn't. And definitely made things tight in my household. I couldn't really do a lot of stuff that I used to do back in the day. I couldn't really move how I wanted to move because of how tight my finances were. So yes, man. It really does. And I wasn't even making that much at that point, you know what I'm saying? But my overhead was just so low before I took on the debt that I could travel a little bit. Of course, it was just me. I didn't have a family, but you know, I was able to move a lot freer because my overhead was low. Once I took on the debt, then things changed. I started being a lot less social because of the stress I was, you know, going through. So yeah, man. Any my advice to people is to really take care of your financial health. That is a real thing. Really be smart with how you spend your money. Pay your credit cards off on time. Don't buy things you can't afford. And look, I'm not a financial advisor and I'm not, a financial literist, but I can understand now as I got older the basic things on just how to beat a lot of financial setbacks. You know, just being able to be smarter with your money. If you can't buy it twice, you can't afford it. It's just very simple. Stop going on vacations that you can't afford. There's a lot of people that do that. Stop buying cars you can't afford. You know, um, Stop trying to live in a nice apartment that you can't afford. Maybe you have to scale back or get roommates. So it's just little things, man. You might not be able to shop at Whole Foods at the moment. You might have to shop at, a lower tier grocery store. So it's just certain things that you got to sacrifice in the moment. But too many people want to um, live above their means. They're looking at people on Instagram live their life and have fun. So it's very important that I always stress that you guys run your own race. Worry about your own life. Worry about everything that's in your control because the people that you're watching don't give a fuck about you. And I'll be very candid about that. They don't care about you. And you don't know what they're going through. You don't know what their situation is looking like. So you're over here trying to compete with them when this whole time they're just in deeper debt than the next person. So again, it's very important that you guys focus on your own plate. You focus on your own plate because the moment that you start focusing on someone else's plate, that's when your plate becomes empty. When I started focusing on me, because yes, I was a person that would look at other people and compare my life to other people. I still do from time to time. I'm not perfect, but I've learned to get better at that over time. So I don't really care about what the next man does. I don't really care about what my peers are doing in my field of fitness. I don't care. I don't care that this guy landed this big client. I don't care that he got this sponsorship. I don't care. What it has nothing to do with me. So as long as you have that mindset, especially when it comes to finances, you guys will be just fine. So that's my 2 cents on that. All right.